What is good, Raider Nation? It's your boy Raider Alex back with yet another video for you guys. Anybody that's new to the channel, you guys love Raider related content just like this, make sure to like, comment, subscribe to the channel. That being said, let's jump right into the topic of this video.
It's pretty difficult to put into words how disgusted I am, how depressed I am.
I cannot believe what we just witnessed. The Las Vegas Raiders literally chose the worst time to win a football game. They won an absolutely meaningless football game. The Las Vegas Raiders are now 3-12. They snapped their 10-game losing streak. But the biggest issue is that the Raiders have now fell from having the #1 overall pick all the way to the #6 overall pick. And look, before the game, I was nervous. I thought that the Raiders were definitely playing with fire in this matchup. The Jacksonville Jaguars are just as bad as football team as us, and today they played worse than us. It definitely looked like they were selling countless different occasions. I mean, at certain times it looked like this game should have been investigated, but the Jacksonville Jaguars, they did their part. They knew what was at play, but the Raiders, for whatever reason, we think that we need to win these meaningless football games when you're already out of playoff contention. This game, I mean, we won against Jacksonville, cool. I can't really think of any real benefit that this game brings to us. And this game was also absolutely meaningless due to the fact that you also were playing a very bad football team that looked like they wanted to lose the game more than you did. So, there's nothing impressive about this win. So that's the biggest issue is you mess up your draft pick. There's now a good chance that the Raiders to end the season, they may fall out of the top 5. And we all know we desperately need a quarterback. So it just makes it that much harder for us to select one of the top quarterbacks, whether it be Cam Ward, whether it be Shedeur Sanders. So not only was the win just not impressive at all, you mess up your draft standings. It's just all bad on so many different levels. I mean, if we would have beat like a team like the Kansas City Chiefs last month, even though, yes, that would have messed up our draft pick, at least against the Kansas City Chiefs, it's your divisional rival. At the very least, that's an impressive win. That's like a locker room type of victory. That's like a tone setter for, what you're trying to build down the road. But this game right here, I just see absolutely zero benefits from us winning this. The Raiders are going to do Raider things. And this is part of the reason why I feel like we can never get out of this rut. We're never good enough to be a legitimate playoff contender, a legitimate team that can make a push for a Super Bowl. But at the same time, it also just feels like we're never bad enough to, be put in a prime position in the draft where we could potentially change the trajectory of this franchise with a good draft, selecting a quarterback, and with a good offseason. I just really feel like if we could have got the #1 overall pick, you hit on the quarterback position, you get some offensive line in the offseason, we have a lot of money and cap space. You just in general have yourself a good offseason. I feel like the Raiders could have been in a good position to turn this thing around, but I don't know, man. Super frustrating to see the Raiders win when they don't have to. It's frustrating to see, too, that, I mean, you could have really prevented this. I mean, I think we all could see that Aiden O'Connell, having him as a starting quarterback, the offense was going to look a lot better than if we had Desmond Ridder out there. I mean, Aiden O'Connell had an injury against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That would have been the perfect time for somebody to step in and just say, hey, I think we've seen enough of the young kid. Let's shut him down. Let's wait till next season. There's no point in putting him out there and potentially risking him getting hurt and ultimately potentially risking a victory. And that's what the Raiders did. The crazy thing is, too, I mean, the Raiders, this has got to be one of the worst Raiders football teams I've seen in a long, long time. But just unfortunately for us, this season, there's a lot of other bad teams as well. So it'll just be absolutely wild to me if we finish the season with like a 3-14 record, and let's say we're #5 overall. I mean, to be that bad a football team and you're not within the top 3, that's just crazy. That's mind-boggling to me. At this point, the tank was already in, and the Raiders can't even tank properly. I'm super frustrated the way they handled this game. And honestly, things like these, I don't know, man. It's just starting to turn the fan base against a guy like Antonio Pierce, who is also a coach that he doesn't have his job secured next season. So we'll just have to see what happens. Currently, as it stands of the 2025 NFL Draft, the New York Giants now have the #1 overall pick. The New England Patriots have the #2 overall pick. Jacksonville at 3. Tennessee at 4. Now the good thing is that Jacksonville and Tennessee will play one another, so that should help us out. So that is good news. One of them should lose in that game, but this is just very concerning. There's only 2 games left. The Raiders have a better strength of schedule than most teams in the top 6. So unless some of these teams like the Patriots, the Cleveland Browns, the Giants, unless some of these teams win, it's very unlikely the Raiders are going to have a top 2 pick. Especially the New York Giants. That is a team that you can just tell they are absolutely tanking. They are doing everything in their power to throw these games. And I thought that's what the Raiders should have done in this game. Just absolutely no reason for us to go out there and win. Why do the Raiders continue to do this? I'm not sure, but I mean, we'll just have to see how the last 2 weeks pan out. If we fall outside of the top 2, there may be a chance we're not going to get a Cam Ward, a Shedeur Sanders, unless we end up trading up in the NFL draft. But everything seems to indicate that Tom Telesco's draft history is very conservative when it comes to moving up. So that could be a long shot unless Tom Brady kind of intervenes as a part-time owner of the Raiders and kind of forces his hand in that sense. But we'll just have to see what happens. But Raider Nation, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below of this game. Let me know. But with that being said, that's all I have for you guys in today's video. Anybody that's new to the channel, you guys love Raider related content just like this, make sure to like, comment, subscribe to the channel. That being said, I will see you guys in the next one.